so it is what it is, but figured we'd take the girls for a quick drive and yeah. So what do you think, guys? Messy hairs. Just got out of bed and the gentleman's coming to pick it up that's buying it. A little sad to see it go, but we really don't need it, and we have a young family. Could use the money right now too. Times are tough, so yeah. What do you think, kiddo? Do you like it? Is it weird sitting up front with no seatbelt? I know you like it.
I like this one.
I know you do. Mommy likes it too. I'm sure Daddy does too. Going to a good home though, someone we know.
Oh, it was bittersweet. Last time filling up the 56 with fuel, putting some Supreme in it. It's been a good truck, but it's time to let it go.
Never calm down. My head in my hands now. Play it back, I still can't seem to figure out when the rain came and we became a mosaic here on the ground. Baby, I can't seem to trace it. We went from weightless to dragging our feet on the floor, lost in translation. I keep on chasing who we were before. Tell me it's alright. Tell me we're alright. Tell me that you and I have a chance. Oh, tell me it's alright. Tell me we're alright. Swear I traded all to get us back.
Okay. I get it. Kiddo, you see all the little yellow stuff? That's pollen. That's what they eat. That's coming from the flower. That's his food.
Does he make honey from it?
But we both know that just isn't true. Baby, I can't seem to trace it. This love was sacred, now it's got our knees on the floor, lost in translation. If we're way past saving, then what's it all for? Tell me it's alright. Tell me we're alright. Tell me that you and I have a chance. Oh, tell me it's alright. Tell me we're alright. Swear I traded all to get us back again. Back again.
Look at that. What did you get?
A double ogre.
So that would be from our barred Plymouth Rock, Orby. Wow, quite the layer. She only started laying a few weeks ago, and I think she's missed like, what, 2 days in the last 3 weeks? She's pumping them out, and ouch, our first double yoker. Right, it happened so quick, but my lids already went pop, 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 pop. So that's a good sign. We'll let them sit, cool down, and we have jam. So I'm almost ready here to start canning the carrots. The last thing I need to do is make the brine. So when I do the brine, I use white vinegar and water, and I do a half and half mixture. So I make it completely equal for the amount of jars that I'm gonna make. It just depends on the size of jars you're making. I kind of eyeball it. I use a big saucepan and I stick everything in it. In the brine as well, I also add coarse pickling salt. You could use kosher salt. I got some dill cut up and some garlic and some chili flakes. And if you want, you could also get some sort of like pickling spice to add in. But we're doing a whole bunch of carrots this year. We did a whole bunch last year. We love our pickled carrots. We go through them like crazy. So let's get this process started. So that has it. I think we have about 24 jars of pickles. We got about 12 jars of pickled carrots. We have a couple jars of pickled carrots mixed with jalapenos. We did about half a dozen jars of pickled jalapenos. Now I just did 10 big jars of pickled beets. Got the crock pot full of borscht. As some people know, there's like Ukrainian and Polish and Russian borscht. There's like vegetarian borscht. It's really whatever you want to do. The one I have in the crock pot right now is with some leftover roast beef. Tomato harvest time. I have a lot of tomatoes this year. I have cherry tomatoes, I have beefsteak, and I have Roma. This is painless compared to removing the core and then sticking them in the oven on a frying pan and baking them and then pulling them out and then trying to get the skins off. This is so quick. So even though roasted tomatoes are really good, if you're just looking at making tomato sauce and you're gonna add flavoring into that, I recommend doing the blanching method. So you can use all different types of tomatoes for making your pasta sauce. I do find that if you use like the larger, like the beef steaks, and they contain so much water that it makes your pasta sauce like super runny. The best type to use are the Roma tomatoes. Look at that when I take the skin off. It's just dense and meaty, which is what you want. Guys, we have pickles, we have carrots, we have more carrots, we have beans, peppers, beets, more carrots, and of course we still have all of our squash and our pumpkins, tons more tomatoes. I've made spaghetti sauce and frozen that. I would like to get into doing some more of the canned tomato sauce and maybe some salsa.
Here's my setup. I got my garbage bag, hand cleaning, take the feathers off, cooler full of ice water with hay in there.
It's got to be one of the hardest things. No, taking a life for food.
It is all in our hands. It is all in our hands.
Definitely feeling like autumn these days. The leaves are falling. The weather's changing fast.
It is all in our hands. It is all.
Getting ready to migrate. I'm not ready for winter, but I am. I'm ready for the slowdown.
Can't wait. Everything's harvested. I was just cleaning it all up. And after we get everything cleaned up, then we can work on canning and preserving all of our food for the winter. Also slowly putting together a shed so we can put all of our straw and food and grit and all the stuff that the chickens need in here for the winter. Nothing gets wet and it's close, so it's readily accessible, and anybody can come out and do it, even if we do go on vacation this winter. Pretty happy with it so far. We got these guys pretty much all ready for winter. Last thing to do is clean out the coop one more time and set up their temporary heat, because we do get minus 40 sometimes, so it's nice to be able to kick on the heat, bring it up to minus 20 instead of minus 40. And we gotta also tarp in the run so they can stay nice and warm even in the cold winter days when it's really windy and blowing snow. They'll have a place to run around. So that's next on the agenda. We got a metal frame from my work, and basically just put 2x4s along the sides and use some self-tapping screws and tapped her in there, and everything's in there for winter. Put a nice latch on it and call her good. Also installed a light on the coop so we can see at night, because it's getting dark about 6 o'clock at night. Sun's already starting to set, and sunflowers and slowly feed them to the chickens. We'll have lots of sunflowers for the next few months. I think we do. Nope, nothing in there. So another thing about growing your own food and trying to be self-sufficient, you really want to try to eat as much as you can of everything that you've grown. Increases the longevity of your life. I mean, there's tons of studies on all the blue zones in the world that show basically if you eat healthy, eat plant-based diet, and everything grown organically in your own garden, and do all the work yourself, that's what keeps you young. And in the long run, walking uphill, downhill, and to and from everywhere you go every day increases your longevity. And that's what we're shooting for, is to be more self-sufficient and to live a healthier, cleaner life in the long run. I mean, we'll know where our meat comes from, we'll know where all of our pastas and veggies and fruits, and it's something we want to teach our kids. Our parents didn't teach us all that kind of stuff when we grew up, how to can, preserve your own food, and live off the land. Whereas I think in the next 10, 15 years, there's going to be food scarcity, and you're really going to want to know all these different types of horticulture and how to grow your own food. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. It's just everything we've been up to in the last few weeks. It's been hectic, getting everything out of the ground and getting the entire homestead ready for winter. Like I said, we get 6 months of the year, minus 30, minus 40. We got to be prepared, so we got to get everything put away, everything winterized, and that's probably the hardest part, is definitely winterizing everything, so that way next year we're not surprised by something, a line broken, or you know, we like to go with backups too. So we have a backup septic and a backup sump and a backup, always backup.
Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. Don't let them rain on your spark. Keep it close.
Happy birthday
all
to
of the pressure's
you.
gonna drive
Happy
you crazy.
birthday
Close your eyes
to
to the
you.
madness.
Oh, you got a boyfriend.
Morning, it's all gonna vanish. Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you.
What a beautiful autumn evening. I could officially say it's autumn now. But yeah, we've done all of our cleanup. There's still a few small things we need to do. Winterize the trailer, which we really didn't get out much this year to do. Very busy summer, and it just kind of got away from us. But looking beautiful.
You're the loudest thing in my head, and I'd fall in
Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more family fun adventures in Alberta.